get some drink. Some limo. I have a limo. Just finished my workout. And now it's time to calm down. Today I was cleaning this, but somebody's like some little person from our family is enjoying to eat here. I can see that. By the way, I just do workout now. Like this week, I decided to do like a 1 week, not this week. Just from yesterday, I decided to do like a deload week, or like, I don't know. I just heard that when you having like certain problems with like weights like improving or workout improving, like I never done it. And I read like I had like this little ebook from Renaissance Periodization from Mike Israel. I read that there is like you work out, like you make yourself like plan for 1 to 2 months, and then I'm talking about muscle growth, strength growth, and like a week break. There is like a week that if you get into a point where I don't know if I can say it like correctly, you know, like that scientifically perfectly, probably definitely not, but it's like some of you who work out so know that if you work out like every day like me, you know, then you do like your deloads like the second time, depends, or you take 1 day off in a week, and then you comes to the workout, and sometimes you are like you want to work out, but it's like the body is just like sometimes very like not lazy. It's not that I don't want to, like, you know, you have those thoughts. Now I'm not talking about head, like mind, like thoughts. Yeah, I'm talking about like the body is like really like a weak tired, or you also stagnate in certain weight. You don't really improve. So I read like there was like a week deload, and it's better for generally improvement, like muscle growth and strength. So yesterday I decided to do it, and it's just that it's like, I don't know. I just, when I work out, I like to really work out, like give myself like, you know, to kick it in, like really, like wait, you will understand. And they say, what I read there, that good is to have like, if you do the deload week, you know, or like a muscle recovery time, which is like 1 week, they suggest, you should do like half sets, half repetitions, and half weight. And this is like, what? Because I did it yesterday, and I was like, well, you very badly need like pause between sets. Like, yes, I do that, just like 30 seconds, because half weight and half sets and half repetitions, this is like, I read there like at the end of it was like, yes, there was like a sentence, yeah, like, yes, it's that easy. And I don't care. It's like, I don't want it easy. It's not for me. It's not like, wow, yeah, you know, like it should celebrate it. Oh, I have this easy workout. No, I feel like, am I doing it right? I did like everything half. Some muscles, like I do like 5 sets. So instead of like, I don't do 2.5, yeah, how like 3 sets. But when you give it like half repetitions, I don't do that. I do like just a little less, because half this would be very like, this would have maybe 4 or 6, I don't know, sometimes. So I'm 8 with half weight, and I must say it's very easy. It's very easy. It's like it seems like just like some kind of not even warming up, yeah, or maybe like a warm up, yeah. So what I basically do is just that I try to do like pre-workout, like warm up, and then I just do those things, yeah. But it's just very easy. Like today I did bench press like 3 sets of like 8 repetitions with half weight. Then I did like I do the fly chest, the same 3 to 8, and the triceps. Didn't feel like really, yeah. I was just really doing it that way. I try to really the movement do perfectly, and you know that I cannot really do. I would do more like little cardio, like before and after, but you know that I have problem with the muscle here, like the I kill hard like this here, so I cannot jump on a place. I cannot really run. Tomorrow is my running sprinting day, which will be interesting to do half, and so this I don't really warm up before, but I warm up, I try, and so I did everything half. It's just that I have to watch. I have to today. I want to watch some videos because not that I don't like it. If it's really worth it, like I'm happy to do it, and I will do it like regularly, every 3 months or 2 months or whatever. It's like if it's really good, if I'm doing it right, like because it seems like I don't really work out. It's just everything half. It's like then it's like half weight, half repetition, half. It's yeah. It's like it's just you do the movement. You don't feel like really some resistance. Like yeah, just little, so light, and then it's done, and I'm like I feel like I didn't do anything. Yeah. Because I really love workout. I really love that like pushing myself like up to certain border, like when you cannot lift, when you're catching a breath, when you take a break and then you're doing it again, and then you're pumping muscles up, like you feel like this beauty, which I currently now, the last few months, I really enjoyed it to do that. And don't get me wrong, I was doing not bodybuilding, but I was really gym mate. Uh, 15 years ago, for let's say 4 years, maybe even 5 years, I was really into it, and I had like certain break, whatever was going on in my life, and nothing, then travel, nothing, and yeah, then I was, now before travel, I moved to Prague. I was living in Prague, which is capital city in Czech Republic, and I was doing kickbox. This was amazing, and then nothing, like for I don't know 5-6 years, and here I am again back. Start like last year just running, and having pull-up bars and doing push-ups, and that's all. And then I was like, 10 kilometers running, maybe I would like to build some muscles. And at first I was like, hey, I wanted to try be like lean, shredded, not really, but like really get lean. So this was my deficit time, the 16 weeks, which was 2 months ago. I've done it, I finished it. And now I'm here like trying to gain muscle, just with 2 dumbbells and pull-up bar and doing sprinting, and then yeah. And I love it. So currently now I really love it. Like, and when you give myself like, it's amazing. It's beautiful. I love it. It's like some people love drinking coffee. So I love coffee too. Or like beer. A lot of people love beer. I don't. So it's like this, like the taste. Wow. So for me, it's like the workout like that. And what I try to say is just that when I did do this, like this half, like deload a week or whatever call it, it seems like I do really nothing. It's just much. There's no muscle sore, there's no muscle pain, there is no tiredness, there's no fatigue, muscle fatigue at all. Yeah, let me know down below what do you think about it, maybe because maybe some of you is like a super bodybuilders and all that stuff. Uh, yeah, I know it's like taking a break is good, and because I was sick, I had like a flu. If you remember, I did a video. Anyway, I was talked about it. I don't know if it's 2 weeks ago, maybe more, three. I don't know. And that time I was not working out for 5, 6 hours, no, a week, at least a week. But the thing is that it doesn't probably count because it's like you're weak. It's like I didn't do really anything, yeah, like nothing. Yeah. So yeah, now I'm trying to do this. Let's see. Plus, why I really decided to do it. Like I didn't really want it. I was thinking about it last week. And I was like talking to myself. I said like, next week from I don't know certain day. I didn't know which Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Like next week when I start again the row. Like when I start with like the we'll see if it's this day or this day. I was like next week definitely I'm gonna do it. And the next week started, and I was like yesterday, and I was like, when I'm doing it. I was like, hey, that's it. I said I'm gonna do it. Nah. I was like, I'm not gonna do it. But when I start lifting, push-ups, pull up bar myself, I suddenly boom here shoulder pain. I was like, why here? Never. And then I remember what I promised, and I was like, okay, I do it. And then when I started, I just did it like half everything yesterday, and today I continued because today also this shoulder is just I can do kind of bench press with not with bar. I don't have a barbell here, but with dumbbells. But like push-ups, like basic push-ups, is just so it's painful the shoulder. So I'm like I take the week off, then I have to lie here, yeah. Then elbows sometimes hurts. Jeez, what's going on? Uh, yeah, funky, really funky. I think it's just now it's the time to do this. So I do week, maybe even more. Maybe I do week and a half. We'll see how I will feel at the end of the week and beginning the next week with the light weight. Plus, I want to say that my brother, he was doing bodybuilding like pro, not for a long time, but he was shredded, yeah, and he done that. Now he's just driving a truck, like a huge car, camion, like truck, like a huge car, all over the Europe. Yeah, this is his work, and he works like 3 weeks, 1 week off. Listen, and the 1 week he's home, I don't know, he's doing it like let's say last 2 years, not even, and the week he's at home, he's just at the gym. I could say almost every day. What I don't know, I don't live with him, but whatever he's posting or like sending pictures. And when I met him, by the way, he's not shredded. He was shredded. Let's say it was 12, 13, more. Well, 15 years ago, 14 years ago. And then he just dropped that, like, he did it like 2 years maybe, and then he just dropped it. He was one at competition, yeah, so one he was. And then he dropped it, and he's a little bit taller than me, but he's like definitely, I would say he could weight like one more time than me, because now I currently have like 65, 66, well, maybe 67 kg, so he would say he is over 100, 100%. He has a belly and he's big. And like a fatty. I would even definitely overweight it. And but when I met him, I don't know, weeks ago, I was like, geez, he's like a little bit V-shaped. He has a shoulders, a huge like hands, like solid. Like what I try to say, he's just working like a hell that week when he's at home, the 1 week, and then he 3 weeks doesn't do anything. He's just driving a truck and eating a crack. And, like, good food, yeah, no crack, but he's like me, and he loves sweets. He's just this is my brother family. Yeah. So he definitely takes care of like taking care of protein and protein bars maybe and protein powder that definitely he has, then some decent lunch and meal and breakfast, that's what he has. But on the top of that he also eats a lot of sweets and salty stuff, and and but you could really say that he's working out. Like you can say that he's fat, but he's like really big and muscly too. And this what I was also thinking when I was thinking about a deload week or like a break, that actually I never done it. Yeah. I mean I don't work out, like I don't do what I do like for years. Yeah, I do it for months. But no, maybe a year, because I was not really doing like lifting, but still when I was like when I started last year, let's say in February 2023, I done it. I was doing this similar circle, yeah, like a running day, push-up day, pull-up day, but I was doing it barely 1 day off. Yeah, that's what I was doing. Barely also two. So I actually, after 1 year, let's say, and more, I never had like such a break. And not that I don't see improving, yeah, but also also is like kind of it doesn't go like this. 100% not. Yeah, it's like I don't pay it like I haven't paid that much attention to it, like because I just love workout, so I don't really have a feeling that I need to wait, like lift more, or no, just not. And I did not even really focus the whole time like on gaining muscles. I just love to move. And since I'm having also different like approach to it, so I'm like I actually never done like break, except like being sick, forceful break. I've been forced to just not do it anything because it's just not able. And so I try to do it, and I'm excited. I'm really excited. So and when I thought about him, he never said that. But when I thought about him, he's actually inspired me, because I was like, he's growing. Like it seems like he's like really getting like muscly. Uh, and he's working out once 1 week in a month, yeah. But for a long period already. Yeah. And I will not do this. Yeah. Never. Yeah. This is no way. Yeah. I like to work out, but and I don't think it's he's doing his best here, because when he's on the wheels, like what to do, and still you can see result. Like that's crazy, really amazing. Yeah, because I remember years ago he's doing that job like 15 maybe years, and I remember, hey, why don't you do workout? Like I was like, nah, I don't go anymore because I'm a truck driver. And I was like, take some stuff with you. Did you have like hours of stopping somewhere you can work out? Like, no, I will not work out on a parking station. Like, it's like, okay, then no. And suddenly he started doing this the last, I would say, 2 years, maybe more or less. I don't know, really. I would say like that, 2 years. And he loves it. Yeah. Even though like, because we have also me and my brother, he definitely, maybe he dropped it more, but like that, when you start something, it's like you want to do it perfectly, regularly, and exactly, and you know what I mean. It's like some people have that, and I'm one of them, and my brother too was like, and it's like I won't start workout because it doesn't make any sense, because the 3 weeks I cannot work out, and I will just work out a week, and that's what, it's nothing, it's destroyed, and it has no reason. And he actually dropped that idea, and he looks like great. Yeah, I would not like to have his belly 100% and his chest, what he has, because of the belly. So he has also little, got a big one. This one, the boobs. But he's big, and he looks definitely better than I remember him 4 years ago. Yeah, like I remember him. Yeah, he looks definitely better because he looks that he's really work out. Like he has that shape. He has a V shape, although he has a belly. Yeah, it's crazy. So, and I'm really like really like proud of him. It's amazing that he's done that. Although we have this kind of, oh, you have to do it exactly, let's say, I don't know, whatever, like 4 times a week and regularly, and like he would love to do it, but yeah. And I have very similar approach already because when I was younger, me too, I was like, why I like workout. I talked about it here once, but I had like Monday, Wednesday, Friday lifting, and Thursday and Tuesday and Thursday usually run, weekend free. But the running was not all the time because that time I was in military, I remember, and I was done after that work there, so I was not always like super energetic. And now I'm just doing it every day because I love it, and when I'm tired, I just do like deload day, like half of anything, or just slightly a little bit, not so much. I talked about it before, so 100%. So yeah, this is really nice. This is really nice that he's doing it anyway. So I hope my week off will like give me more strength because yeah, you could also say like, hey mate, you are tired, you work out every day, every single day, and then sometimes you take days off. Like of course then you are tired, you don't have like strength to, because yesterday I just, not only shoulder pain, but it's like I do the pull-ups and sometimes it's like I don't even do the number what I've done before, yeah, and it's like, let's say I do like 4 or 5 sets of 8 pull-ups, but wait, I don't do pull-ups like fast, yeah, I'm doing like, my whole workout is based on what Mike Israel says, like RP, YouTube channel, amazing, Renaissance Periodization, up, fast, down, slow, very slow, and proper movement, and this is quite hard. I remember before I started doing it, I was doing 16 pull-ups. This is not much, but it's great. And once I saw his video and he was like, if you think you do 20 pull-ups, he was talking about some other guy. If you think you do 20 pull-ups, you definitely don't do 20. You don't even do 10. The pull-ups what he meant. And yet he was right, because I did 10, that slowly, white, and no more. And that's amazing. I always had like the other day or the next 2 days I had like painful back, like lats, from when I was doing it that way. So, and now it's like I do 8, 9, I just don't do more at all. I somehow cannot. Plus, it's some days it's like, I would say maybe everybody's experiencing like some days it's like super strength and some days it's just very very low. Even if I drink some energy drink or caffeine drink, like it doesn't matter. Like yesterday and today too. Yeah. So if I have like overall like some really tiredness, fatigue, I like I don't know. I want, but the body seems like weak. So I try to get back in a shape. Because some days I remember I was like super pumped and I work out and then I destroy myself, I kind of really done myself crazy way. Not try to very crazy way. I try to always in 3 days recover again for that particular muscle group, yeah. But still, yeah, it's like you go until failure most of the time. Try to do, and so I hope it's gonna change. It will be that like I just take the like deload week, the recovery, and then it's gonna be better. I have also these guys. Look at this. Not now, but some parts of my body just moving. Like I have it in hands here sometimes. Sometimes finger. I wonder what that is. It is sometimes moving, like like tickling, and it's like the muscle is like. Because if it really will, I will see like really improvement. I will do it every month. Definitely not. I will do it definitely whenever the body will need it. When I will feel it there and there, that I'm back there again. In that kind of, like this kind of, no, like a kind of weird soreness, muscle soreness, like this kind of no strength. You won't, but it's just there is no improvement in weight, there is no like lifting or anything, like you just stagnating in the same kind of weights. So if it really will help, I will do it regularly, something like that, every maybe not, don't want to plan it, but whenever the body will need it, I will just take that week. Yeah, we should sometimes not forget that the break is important too. Yeah, not just in workout, like generally. Break is important too. I love when now I jump into a little different topic, but I take just the part of from this to there, which is the break. I love when you see some companies which employs like you, like they employ people, and they really see it as an importance that the people having their vacations, they taking their vacations regularly, and they even the company giving the more vacations of those people, and even in work you have like certain relaxed chill time. I don't have that, but it's just that I'm saying that I whether read about it or hear about it. I guess Google having such a like place on like people who works for Google. I don't know, in Los Angeles or where is it? I saw just some videos there, like how people work there, like what workspace they have, and a relaxed place and meditation place, and I think it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous, and more and companies needs to realize that when they have a healthy people, they will have their job will be done much better. Yeah, it is like this. It is like not just pushing people hard so much that they need to work more, and then nah. If you give them also the other part which we all need, it's like let's work and not sleep. How long you gonna last? How long and how efficient you gonna be? No, you don't. You will not. Yeah. So you definitely, if you take a break, you eat good food, you need certain times to recover, relax. We probably don't know, like there is probably not like one way for everybody, but there is at least like like the drivers, they can drive, I don't know, like now I don't know exactly, but they have like a certain time for driving because of the focus. They need to take a break, let's say, I don't know, half an hour or whatever, and this is very much the same. It's like that's very important too, when people and big companies, which is people do, will realize that actually they can have their company even better led, or people who works for them can really do better job when they are proper relaxed, chilled, and have a proudly smile on their faces than having stress with people, tensions, like and I definitely 100% people people definitely enjoy that more. Yeah. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that when I see that. Even if I don't have it, I really love that people can, that there is these companies who provide that for people. And I love to work. I love to work out. If I don't work, I would do something else anyway. It's like, you know. So it's not about like having break and leave like on a sofa, but there is a certain like there is like something what we need. It's like eating, going on the toilet. Yeah, you just cannot tell yourself I'm not gonna eat, I'm not gonna drink, because I just don't want to. And this is the same. It's like just work and not having the proper place where to work, like colleagues, the team. This is all important, like all important stuff, like team, people around, work, where you work, how you work, what is your work, how much work you have, how much day off, what do you eat, when you eat, what do you drink, how long you work in that day, what do you do, what's the task, and the relationship definitely between people. This is so big, and this one can be managed well. Congratulations, amazing. Yep, that's what I mean. Beautiful, huh? So, coming back to my workout, generally like pause, break, relax, or taking it easy, what I try to do this week. Easy. It's important. I still don't know if it's gonna work, but in other many cases I know that it works and it's amazing. For example, we have certain like amount for a 1 year holiday. I definitely always try to take all the days in 1 year and to spread them, trying evenly. We don't have much. Every 2-3 months, every 2.5 months, 2-3 months, I have like a week. 5 weeks we have here, which is 25 days. Yeah. And I try to always spread them all. And you wouldn't believe, maybe you would. We have people in work who who didn't take their holiday for years. For years. They have them there. Let's say they have already, I don't know, 20-30 weeks. They work there, more even, I would say, but because the company is not erasing it, they're just keeping it there, they have it, you know. But some days there, probably they do when they need whatever, but they are just not really there, they don't take. I know that because whether they told me or we have like a list of us, all of us, how many hours we still have, how many hours can we take, and then you see like some people, geez, that's a number. Yeah, like that's something. So for years they don't take holidays, and they will tell you they don't need, yeah. But I do. I need that, and then I function like beautifully, amazingly, like a robot with new oil, really. So I always take it. And it's not like that I come home actually and I have like, you know, day off, like week off, and then week off I just like morning workout and then I lie down on the sofa and watching Netflix, Amazon, or like YouTube premium. It's not that at all. So I might do something else, yeah, too. Here it's like it's not that, but it's also that you don't see certain place where you spending hours a day, and you just go also somewhere else and you see something else, whether it's forest or it's lake or sea or mountains or family. You just hang out with your like brothers and sisters for a few days, or friends, or you change the cycle and you do something else. It's so healthy. It's like taking fresh air, yeah, also here. So that's amazing, and that's important, yeah. I don't want to say it should be mandatory, but sometimes it should, like really, because if people don't know that about them, yeah, they should be forced. You take your holiday. You know why I'm talking about it also? Because when I finished school, which is like 20 years ago almost, uh, this was crazy time. Like, I mean, maybe it's even now too. Yeah. It's just that where I work now, it's not that. But when I finished school and I started working the last years, like few of the year, like I don't know, maybe all the time when I work, the first 10 years, I don't really know. It's just I know that now is different. I traveled before this work. I didn't really work much like that, you know. I just worked a little bit and then went somewhere else, and that's what I did. But as I remember when I finished school and later on, the employers was not really happy when I took holiday, like not really. And in that time in Czech, I remember they even paid off your holiday, so you could not take, let's say, 4 weeks we had that time. I don't remember, to the next year. You could not take it. Yeah, they would pay you that off. Yeah, so all the days you would pay off. And definitely many people did that. Me too. Yeah, like when I want to save some money, well, I just didn't go because I got paid that, all of it. And it's like a month. Yeah. Then I don't know now in Czech, but for example here it's forbidden. You cannot get paid off that. I think the same in Sweden. I'm not sure. I really don't know. But when I was working in some countries, it was forbidden. But here it's forbidden, and it's a good thing, yeah, because you just should take your day off. You should take a break. It's not about like all the time money gaining. It's also about health, and it's important. It is. So I remember when you know, no, I just grew up like that. Yeah. I just grew up like that and still have it like, it is like a huge problem to suddenly having a flu or being sick and go like on sick note for a week because it's just like they giving you bad eye, yeah? Like whether employers or even your co-workers because they never went, you know, when you go. So I remember that, but especially with holidays, like take a holiday. Hey, who's gonna work here instead of you? And and this and that one. So yeah, this changed, but I don't know if there when I was working. But here is different, like now. Yeah. So guys, thank you for listening. My life, my world, and see you tomorrow. I hope. Enjoy your beautiful, amazing day, whatever time you have now. I have evening, and we see each other again tomorrow. Yeah, I have very stiff legs, and don't forget like button. You know, subscribe, share it because sharing is caring, and we care. We care for each other. Wow, 39 minutes. Sometimes I love that like what we do now, like just talking, you know. Nobody listening me at home, at least this camera can listen me. I'm joking. So, goodbye. And yo, whoever wants to support me, in the description I have my bank account. So happy and thanks for your guys support anyway. Some of you sent me something so already, so I'm really happy. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. It helps a lot. I'm saving every cent of it because then I will do, I don't know, I would for example sit somewhere also else if I would have more time, and a camera and all that stuff gotta buy at 1.2 because now I do everything on handy. So bye.